Hold on. I don't know.
No, it's just here to see what. No, it's fine. You don't have to express anything. It's hard
I
to hear.
know, but I. Is that okay?
Yeah. You can put it there if you're worried about it.
How are you?
I could move this way a little bit.
Yeah.
I can move even more. There we go.
Oh, like, years cannot see.
I can see that. It's a little tricky. It's always hard to get the chairs organized. I trained some people in it.
Make us do what you want us to do.
Apparently not today's organized.
No one, no one see like that.
Oh.
Now I can see. But now.
Ah!
Stop it, escape.
Escape. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Couldn't be better.
Ah, right, thank you. I'm extremely nervous because I think not all of the pictures represent my whole story. It's just a draft. And I think I was going to present it when I left, but uh, uh, Julianne had passed on, so we were giving time for her. And let's just kind of wait for people to come in, and then let's meditate just for yourself. We are all here and together. Oh, am I hearing you, or are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I have a soft voice. And let's meditate for just and settle into your chair and sit up and pull a slip vine and relax. We are all here together. I am sharing my story today. But there are so many stories. But I have shared my story today. And open your hearts. And let that come and go without push or pull. whatever happens today just happens. But the community lasts for a time. Ground in your body. What makes you breathe? What makes the bird chirp? What makes the wind blow?
Ta-da!
Kirsten, you can sit here.
There's a little spot right there.
You're really gonna have to speak up.
Okay,
She actually has it for about.
okay. I think I can loud when I'm singing.
Sing your story. Sing it.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay. Play.
We're good.
Bing. Yeah. From beginning?
Oh, you want me to play it?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anna's book. I don't really have a name for it yet, so it is just Anna's book. Oh, am I speaking loud enough?
Now you are.
Okay. Like, kind of, like, yeah.
That's perfect.
Okay. Anna's book. I don't know how long ago I started it. I don't know. Do you know?
I think it's been 2 years.
2 years. Wow. And then I got all the, like, paints and drawing materials over this 2 years. Yeah. And it's not all of my story, but yeah, it's some of my story. I was on high honors and on the state championship Nordic skiing and cross country running teams. I got a 5 out of 5 on my AP biology exams. Supposed to celebrate the next day. The accident changed my life, my view of the world, and shook me up both literally and mentally. I think it was really painstaking process to just find the words. I think my mom and dad helped me, and like so many other people helped me. Yeah, and I think just so I don't remember the day at all, but I remember a couple of days before when I was biking in the other direction and driving my sister to driver's ed and then coming back and picking her up and driving her home. Yeah. It really shook me up, and I think Lida and so you helped me to face that. Yeah, and all of you guys have helped me to kind of like in your own way. Yeah. Yeah. And I think I'm drawn another picture that was like the words, but I really like that, and it just expresses my thoughts and not words, but in pictures. Yeah. 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 And I got a pretty bad bicycle accident. Um, um, so I don't remember this, but I think I can feel. I do remember the pain that I felt. Yeah, and kind of my brain was swelling. It couldn't handle sunlight. So I mean, my eyes couldn't handle sunlight. Doctors put me into an induced coma because my brain was swelling so much. Doctors tried an ice jacket. I shivered. My brain was still swelling and building up pressure. And I think I think I was a teenager, so like really like I want to do it my way, and so then like you said that you said that I was like always always I don't know. But anyway, I think I'm nervous. And yeah, yeah, and yeah. Mm. Every second felt like an eternity. My head, in my head, the pressure became unbearable. I wanted one of the doctors or nurses to end my life. My stomach had been drained because I had a respirator, and I think like uh, like that it is going through my mouth, and I didn't want to throw up, so they had my stomach drained. My eye was swollen, I couldn't open it, and my jaw was broken. I did not care. My head pain was deadly. Everything had been ripped from me. I was living by the seconds. Yeah. light as day. Relief was coursing through my veins. I had 6 days later. I had craniectomy, which was where they take part of your skull and freeze it. And I remember that day because I was so like, it was so good. Anna is stable. Yeah. Can you hear me okay? I think Dr. Knackle, who was the rehab doctor, had taken me off a lot of the medications that I was on, and I started waking up and doing better. My mom and my sister were kind of helping me to like train me, but then I was okay, and then they moved me to a rehab unit. I was pointing to my mouth. My dad found my wires were falling out. Dentist couldn't put Novocaine in my mouth. He was worried those wires would slide down my throat. Yeah, I, yeah, I remember that, but it, yeah. I love this. Like I four people helped me walk 10 feet. I was exhausted, but I did my first walk. I remember that, and that was pretty amazing. Um, yeah, and I think I just kept going. And I wanted, after this, in my wheelchair, I wanted to get over to my bed. So I locked it and then got up and went over to my bed, and I fell. But I tried.
The nurse was a little mad because you didn't leave.
I can only say vowels, and speech pathology, speech language pathology. Good job. Daily. A day later, my rehab doctor had cerebral spinal fluid off my brain. I could talk in full sentences the next day. Hi, Abby. How are you? Yeah. Oh. Recreational therapist took us patients to the library. We got alone and he touched my behind. I didn't know what to do except smile. I couldn't tell anyone until a year later, but yeah, I told Dr. Knackle. Oh, and I think I got out of the hospital after 3 months in the hospital, and I got out and went home with my parents. But I think I was going to appointments and like I don't know what happened, but my speech was slurred and I think I was just yes. 7 months later, I had a VP shunt. My brain had shifted because the cerebral spinal fluid pressure had been building up. We need to do surgery. Yeah. And I think he did it the next day. Neurosurgeon cut into my skull and the cerebral spinal fluid came bursting out. Yeah. Oh. And I think I was able to talk so much clearer, but I think I was able to talk so much clearer, but then my thoughts just kept getting more complex, and I was like, whoa, wait, I'm in this body. Everything had gone away. My body and some of my brain had gone away. I was living at my parents' house, which I am now, and I love it. With nothing but physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy all coming to a close, and my living skills aid. I was weak, pain racked my body and my mind. Everything kept going on around me. I was shocked by all that things I had lost came crashing down on me. I think that is Michael had been on it, and I think I didn't describe it, but that was the best I could do. But the next one, I felt I really did a good job of expressing it, and there is a peace which comes with it, and I think my writing it down and drawing it like puts the pain the pain and the joy on the page, and then it does not have to stay locked in my mind. It's out on the page. So that's nice. And so, yeah. Yeah. And I think, yeah. And I think not I didn't go through this alone. Mm, yeah, you know. Yeah. Mhm. After the shunt was put in, I could talk clearly, but I felt new levels of sadness that I have never felt before. That led me to depression and to suicide watch. Um, I think I didn't know how to um, deal with all these, but my parents, my rehab doctor, my aunt, and my neurosurgeon all came to see me. But I think, yeah. Um, mm, I think. Um, Rose was a light in my life. We love a Little Miss Sunshine. Have you seen that? Loved it. And going for rides in her car. I was struggling and played with the committing suicide, even though she was a light to me. Nothing that she caused. Rose had some dark circumstances and had to go. Still, I remember the light. Um, and I think I had gone to CCB before this, and I was walking up with my school bag and waving back to my mom, and I tried to go back to school, even though was hard. Um, yeah. Um, um, I went in for another suicide watch. There was a social worker and a doctor that would not give me pity. They were giving me a choice to choose the life I have right now or to go on suffering. I didn't know what to make of this. And yeah, and they kind of gave me a choice. I was riding in the car home from my second suicide walk. I realized that this was the one life I had. I had a choice, life or suffering to death. I had a choice. Yeah, I had a choice. For me, not for anyone, but for me. Mhm. And I went to Pride services and supports and services, and this was in Barrie. I got my license. I learned how to live on my own again. I got a job, 2 jobs, and I had a difficult time living with my home care providers and living skills aids. Love the co-founders of Pride Incorporated. I got all that I could from Pride, and I am living. That is an older version, but I had a couple of very difficult roommates. One roommate invited me to go to meditation. You should go to meditation. Okay. The experience changed my life. I was so happy she made that choice, and I came with her. Yeah. This is jumping around, but I took a water aerobics class. My right leg spasms hitting the pool floor, and my right arm is tense and it hurts. But I know I may not have the best form, but I keep going. Yeah, keep going. Yeah. Yeah. Painful painting the pictures. I thought it wouldn't get easier, but it has just gotten harder. Yeah. I think there are some of the paintings that are harder and some that are easier. So Lida made I made it me go for an easy picture and go for a hard picture, and then it evens out. So that's good. I love that picture. And my sister, what? And my sister had said, "Where are the dogs?" So I put them black lab tails wagging for Stevie, and put the yellow for Charlie. And I think really touched me having all those wild things right there. It's really incredible, and grounds me in a way that I cannot find. And I think meditation has given me the appreciation in my body for the life. Yeah, and I am not done yet. So this is the last picture. I'm going to show you now, but I think I get 20 Botox shots, muscle paralyzer shots, but like Soryu has come with me twice, and Shinzen has come with me once, but I have gotten the training inside myself, and I just seem to like go on autopilot. Oh, Courtney. And
How often do you do that? Yeah.
every 3 months. So I got in it 30 times. And I think the most helpful thing is just relaxing my body and nurture positive, or like yeah, it's really changed my life. I think my mom has gone, I don't know how many times, and I think she have seen me change so much. Yeah. And I think I did the pain for the red, and then the blue for the calming them down, and then I had yellow things, and they are all connected to me, and I think my yellow now is and just calming them down, and it's miraculous. Yeah, and that's my book for now. Yeah, yeah. And let's just give some time for the meditation and kind of ground yourself.
Can you pull up a chair for Courtney?
Yeah. You, like, yeah. Thank you for being here, Courtney. Yeah, that's great. Mm-hmm.
You should just have to buy the book.
I'll give you a sneak preview. Yeah. And now let's round down and like. and whoosh. Oh. Yeah. So I think I'm like I know that I'm brave and that I'm courageous, but I don't want to hear that. I think I haven't heard it enough. I just want to know that you love me. Mm. Yeah. 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 Mm. Mm. Yeah. Thank
And I have something I'd like to share with you.
Yeah.
It was probably right about a year ago when I first started coming here. And I wasn't sold on the idea of coming here when I started. And it was just about, I think it was my second time coming, that you led. And I honestly, I'm not making this up, it hooked me. I got hooked. I did. You know, your voice was just the way it met my ears, and the state of relaxation that I got to at that time was, you know, deeper than I had ever been before. So, you know, I got a taste of what meditation was about, and you are responsible for that. So, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. And I think what, like, just the beauty that surrounds us or that is in us is really, yeah. Yeah.
And the paintings are so gorgeous. Just incredible.
Yeah. Thank you. And I have gotten better.
And I just, you know, I don't know how much you can put it in words, but I would love to hear something about that process. Because aren't you painting with your other hand or something?
Yes.
So a big thing. What is that like?
That is, I think my left hand is super. It goes out and gets things when I don't even think that it needs to go out and get but I think I've learned to use my other hand. Yeah. And I was so young, just need to learn to use the other hand. So, yeah. And anyway, it has been a challenge. but I think I've done it so much that I really don't know how big of the feat it is. But I think with my like painting, and I think 3 of those paintings were just like Lida had said, don't draw with the words. Scrap that idea. And so then I was able to let myself draw without the words. And it was, yeah, it was, like, wow. It just gives me the freedom to express it in different ways. Thank you. Yeah.
Anna, you said that when you when you painted it, it was no longer in your head.
Yes.
So, can you say more about that? That's very
Yeah. I think when I pull it out, it sometimes comes easily, and sometimes it comes like kicking and screaming. You know, yeah, and yeah, I don't know what to say about it. Yeah, just the drawing it out is just what?
It was interesting, you said that drawing it out, and it is drawing it out.
Yeah.
You know, it's
yeah, very interesting.
Yeah. And it's easy and it's hard. And it's really just go with what you're feeling. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm curious, what your accident was 11 years ago, and it's only in the last few years you sort of came to the point of expressing this, was it meditation that allowed you to get to this point, or?
I think it was a number of things. It was meditation that I wanted to pull it out. It was also Soryu and Lida and all the residents that brought me out, and I felt safe enough to do that and wouldn't get so depressed. Yeah. And I think, yeah, It's just the middle way. The middle way. You don't know where it's headed, but I think I have just given myself a gift, let myself do subconscious work, like, a year has passed and I just found out that I am blocking myself from something, yeah.
When you see these pictures, so there was one picture that you showed me at home, and I said, "Oh, that's pretty," and I just saw it up on the wall, and I thought, "Oh my God, I had no idea. I just didn't see the whole thing," and it was, of course, very expression, a painful expression, but. I mean, what does it mean to you to look at these pictures? And does it, you're saying you put it on the paper and you leave it there, but does it bring stuff up? Does it feel like, I'm so glad I'm not there, or, I'm still right there? And also, let me just say, the first one is so la-di-da. At the time, it seemed so important, that A and 5 and going for dinner with your teacher and everything. And it's like, oh God. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
So what do the pictures mean to you?
I think it means that it's an expression of myself and that I cannot put into words. I am not a good writer, but I think I am a good drawer. So I think that has helped me to express the things. It's kind of like reliefs, but I worry about you all seeing them, but some of you, like, yeah. And my mom.
Well, I agree with Lila. I love it without the words. I think they're so expressive.
Yeah.
Bright colors and the words.
Yeah. I think there's sort of a freedom in the expressing without words. It's kind of, it puts up there, but you guys would not know exactly, but it's kind of, and got it out there. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Anna. I feel similarly with Tony, that just the first meditation that we did, you just got right in there. Like you were someplace and you brought me right into the place that you were. That's what I felt was going on. And you were like through you. guidance, which was just small words. There was something that just brought me right to that place, and it was very nice. So that's one thing I wanted to say.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say that we got 3 of your postcards that you were selling out there, and we put them up on our bulletin board. And you know, people have a reaction to them. You know, like, oh, where did you get those? Oh, you know, like there's a again, it's kind of the same thing. It's like your pictures, you know, bring me to the place, to a place, you know. And but I think I also wanted to say that the dark pictures about the dark times also, for me, well, I've been through so many dark times. I feel like I'm not afraid of the dark times, but I like the contrast of the dark, which is very well, for me, it really expresses, those pictures really fully express that, the darkness next to the lightness and the kind of, what do you even say, of, you know, the colors and the movement in the pictures. So, this.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. And I will get some pictures, other pictures, and post them out as well. So thank you. Yeah.
I wonder if you can talk about if there is a relationship between your work and the mindfulness practice. You know, how do those two things support each other? I was thinking how, like yesterday, you know, Shinzen says, well, make a decision on what practice you're going to use. You have a traditional practice, you're going to do micro hits, you're going to have an ongoing background practice, et cetera, et cetera. Do you do anything like that when you're working on the book?
I think I sort of go all over, and some days I just don't want to do it, but I have to, because Soryu was making us.
I suspected that it was your job, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was my job. Sorry, Soryu. But
I'm proud.
yeah, and I think like yeah. So I think it depends, but I think I have not been making the pictures. I think I am worried that I will fall into my whole habits, but I have the practice, and so I have to learn how to take my meditation skills, because I think I have skills. I have skills. I think I can sit down and have done that practice. But yeah, and can you tell me what you're asking again?
Well, I was wondering how you're using your mindfulness practice and skills to support your work in the book. And obviously, I think now that you're out here in the land of distractibility, I think that's what you were saying, is now you really see how
Yeah.
those skills that you've learned, the tools, are
Yeah.
going to help bring that discipline,
Yeah.
now that Sorry was not there to do that for you.
Yeah.
Or you're or the same level of commitment.
Yeah. And I think I am worried that I will get depressed working on my own thing on my own.
Mhm.
So I think I think I am going to Toby Sola, and he is working for startup and like he is part of the Vermont Center for Emerging Technologies, and I think I want to get in on that and kind of routinely.
That's kind of a cooperative working
Yeah.
center.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, working in a vacuum is hard. It's hard to
Yeah.
stay focused and motivated by yourself.
Yeah. And I think just what you said is that home is for relaxation, and work is I go to my job and work. There are two separate things, and yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And how much time do I have?
About 35 minutes.
35 minutes.
We only sat for about half an hour.
And I think 35 or 30 minutes. That's it now. Okay. And I don't I love that you made me out to be like the superstar. But, yeah, if I fail, I fail. No big deal.
No expectations.
Yeah, sure, there is no failure. Isn't that one of the,
Oh,
is that part of the deal?
yeah.
There is no failure.
Yeah. And
Yeah, sorry, I wanted to say that, the CML stuff for a little while now.
yeah. Oh, like you started it?
Yeah, I've heard, all sorts of presentations and people talk, and my daughter came and volunteered for a while, and she knows a bunch of people who do it. One of the most lasting teachings that's come out of everything that comes up that we've done here, I think, at least as far as, like my daughter and I talk about, is your smile. I mean, literally, it's there's just something so natural and free and just genuine and effortless and beautiful about it. and knowing what you've been through and what your day-to-day frustrations and stuff are like. It's sort of inspiring for, for so many people to see how, you know, whatever I'm dealing with is usually like, oh,
Thank you.
and it keeps that every day.
Yeah. Ooh. Thank you. But, and I think I just like the community, you know?
It's been wonderful to become friends with you, to be able to live with you and learn from you all this past few years.
Yeah, Tata.
Me too. I've been friends with you for years. I'm doing a ministry. And I think my favorite drawing is the beach one. And,
Beach one.
is it the beach? We went into in a bathing suit. Oh,
A water Olympics.
Yeah? Wow.
I haven't read any media because
You like swimming?
I do.
Me too. Thank you.
And there's a quality of feeling that comes through both the pain and the other side when you're able to experience joy and light, and it's such an experience to share that with you. The work that comes through the images is very, very moving and very helpful for me personally.
Thank you. Yeah. David is, he is father of Ben, who I lived with for 2 years, and he is heartfelt, and thank you. I am touched. Yeah.
I want to say thank you for sharing your story. It was incredible, and congratulations. Here you are, ready to start another.
And
ready to start another story.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's start another story. Thank you all. Sit up and settle in. Let your body relax. And be comfortable but alert. And let the stories set them down and be in the present moment. Listening to the cricket chirp. Listening to the wind blow. You're out. Listening to the plane fly. In and out as you breathe. Let your body float up to Father Sky. And down to Mother Earth and grounded. and stay grounded and down below your belly button. And whether you hear out things going on outside of your body or hear in chatter, keep coming back to your grounding spot. You are safe. And whether you believe that or not, that's okay. Just come down and grounding below the belly button. Whether the crickets are chirping or the breeze is blowing, or your thoughts are chattering, just bring it back. That's all. It's okay. It's just practice. That's all. Bring your mind to your belly button or to hear out And now let's see everything. So feel out, hear out, see out. If you have your eyes open, or see in, feel in, picture our emotional body sensation. Herein is talking, and seeing pictures in your mind. And now come back. If you're lost in thought, come back. If you have been staying on it, good job. Either way, this is practice. See out, hear out, meaning physical sights, emotion, physical sounds. Feel out physical body sensations, or feel in emotional, see some pictures in your mind. Go with that. And ground yourself. We are all here together, caring for each other. I wish all of us be safe and protected. I wish all of us would be emotionally at peace. And I wish all of us to be happy. Happiness doesn't mean to be just happy. It means something deeper than that. And that's what we can all find for ourselves. May all of us be emotionally happy. May all of us be safe and protected. May all of us be free from inner and outer dangers. And may all of us be at peace. Thank you so much. Any news?
Yeah, I have a couple of announcements. So, our mystical friend Andrew Sevick is launching a new coffee business in Essex Junction. So if you're, next time you're in Essex Junction, go and support the local economy by going to Nomad Coffee. And then there's a petition online to free Billy the Elephant. It's kind of a long link, so I won't say it here, but it'll be on our responsibility calendar tomorrow or so. And on that note, check our responsibility calendar, centerformindfullearning.org/responsibility for things you can do to help out. Send us things, we'll put them there. And we have a meeting on the 4th, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 other announcements. I do. 2 other things. We are going to have a meeting on the 4th at 3 o'clock. Is that correct? 3 o'clock here to talk about how the monastic community of CML can be closer to the Burlington community that we've been connected to for so many years. So it's a time when we'll share a little bit, and we want to hear about what you think about that. What can we do? How can we do it? We're going to be moving soon, and so we want to talk about what that means. We're going to have to move soon, and is there a way to be closer? We talked about this with many people, but this is the time when the whole community is invited, and we'll have some stuff to share, and we want to hear your questions. Then also we're considering trying something. We'd like it if you would sign up for it if you want to. We'd like it if you didn't sign up for it if you don't want to. But if you want to, we want you to sign up. And that is that we have been considering posting, each of us in rotation, posting daily guidances, a daily 10-minute practice that you could have access to if you wanted it. So if you want a regular recording of a practice made by each of us on each day, please let friend Stephen know about that. Just go to him and let him know that that's interesting to you. And then finally, I'm very concerned about global warming. And one thing that we can do around here is, so natural gas is a complicated thing. It's complicated, I know. The research I've done indicates that it isn't a very good, what they call transition fuel away from coal and such. But there is a pipeline coming through the state, which we can participate in stopping, or slowing at least, in a few different ways. One is to protect, however you say the name of it, GPRAGs or GPRAGs Park, by going to protect gprags.org. And the other is that recently the state made a new rule that if people protest against something like the pipeline, then the gas company can raise prices Yes. It's true, I'm not making this up. So if people protest against what the gas company is doing, then the gas company is able to raise prices as a way, I believe, of punishing people for protesting against them. So the Public Service Board has made that new rule, and we can protest the Public Service Board, and it won't fall under this rule. So the basic idea was to pit protesters against the customers of the gas company. So that if people protest, then the customers will be against people protesting. So we should talk to the Public Service Board about that. So thank you all very much, and you're in charge.
Where is the meeting on the 4th?
Right here, right where you're sitting.
3 o'clock. Is that
3 o'clock.
protest of the public service board happening in a kind of organized way? Like,
Not that I know of. No, you can contact them.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, that's
Actual,
Yes, please.
like, you can look online for Rising Tide. It's one of the main groups that's been organizing against the pipeline, and they might have more resources as well.
yeah, I don't know what they're planning. I don't know, are you guys connected to Rising Tide at all?
Not officially.
Yeah, they're kind of, I don't know, they can be hard to organize with.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
And talk to
they
her.
do a lot of, like, the direct action
Mhm.
stuff.
We did the Rising Tide event, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We joined them in a on-site protest. And we at least delayed the pipeline. Good for
That's
us.
the idea though, right? To delay it as much as possible, because that costs them more money and makes.
That's right. That's right, and that's why the Public Service Board decided to punish Vermonters for.
Is it the Vermont Public Service
Yeah.
Board?
Yeah.
Because we outlawed fracking, but we're gonna fight frack gas across the state.
Exactly. Well said.
So we'll be writing our congressmen and representatives and
Exactly.
threatening potential candidates and,
Exactly.
and,
Yep. And but yes, that's exactly right. On both the point that we don't want frack gas coming across the state, and that we don't like it that protesting is punished. So good news, we can do something. You don't have to feel bad if you do something. Great. You're magnificent.
You're
Hug. I'll go towards Courtney. And we all do that if you want.
So if you want to hug, you're offering a hug to everyone right here.
Yeah.
Excellent. Very good. So happy you came today.
Yeah.